I was not investing in myself like I really thought I was. I was just cruising along. I was just doing here and there, that and this. But I really wasn't doing anything towards where I want to go. And I just want to talk about that in this video with you guys. So hello everyone, my name is Branson. I'm an actor, singer, songwriter, dancer, influencer, everything else in between. And I make videos talking about life, chit-chatting, more about this, getting down with the real, and just talking with you guys about things that we may not talk a lot about. We may just see the glitz and the glamour, or we may just see the on social media good things of life. But I talk about the how am I feeling? How are you feeling? How are we feeling together? Because we're a collective. I use we, I, you, me interchangeably. Anyways, so yeah, this video will be more so focused on me getting into the film and television industry right now. So I just want to talk about things because well, for starters, I did my first professional acting class today, and it honestly, I liked it. It was something different because I feel that when I was in university, I will get back on topic, okay, guys? Listen. I'm a person, I go from the topic to topic, but no, this ties into the video. I I was in the class and I was just like, wow, this is so different because this is me being with so many people from all walks of life. Like some people, there was a person that is in the tech industry in this class. There was also another person that I think is in high school. Versus when I was in university, we were like the same age and we all loved theater, loved film. So we were just, all kind of similar lengths. Okay, so it was just interesting doing this class now, and I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, wow, there's like so many different people, like, in real life. Anyways, but yeah, okay, so when I found out that I wasn't investing in myself, it kind of like started hitting me recently because because in the past, I would always watch so many videos. I would watch, oh, how to get into the acting industry or things actors do, or just so many different types of videos all about how to get in, break in, because I've always known that I wanted to be a performer. I love to sing, love to make music. I'm always writing and acting and just doing stuff in my room and singing and dancing and giving concerts. You know those concerts you do in the shower or at 3 a.m. when nobody's watching? That's what I do, and that's what I want to do for a living, okay? Okay. So for the longest after when I was in university, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm doing things. I was doing the acting classes, I was doing the singing classes. I danced and here and there and stuff like that. And then I was like, okay, I'm making steps. But what I really was doing, I was honestly just cruising along because yes, I was in shows, and yes, I was obviously pursuing a degree in the arts. But I wasn't taking those outside steps to really get towards where I'm now starting to finally see myself for in the future. So as far as taking outside of school acting classes, like with what is it? Acting coaches and teachers, so that you can put that on your resume, because obviously in the film industry, degrees don't really matter that much or at all, because can you act or can you not? This person with a degree, maybe they are not better than the person who does not have one. So, but I was doing a lot of things within school. So I was doing a lot of shows, which I enjoyed. I do not regret, because that was a time, okay? If you're watching this and you were ever in a show with me, just know that that was a time. There were moments, in every theater kid knows, every theater person knows, when Tech Week happens. Oof, Tech Week? That's fun. Anyways, but yeah, I was just going along doing things, but I know that I could have done more. I could have taken classes outside of school, like I just stated. I could have maybe seeked more events and opportunities to act, and I feel that a lot of what I did was just more so focused. So, I'm acting. Oh, I'm in school. I'm doing this. But I'm like, no, you could have did this. So now we're gonna go into what I've recently been doing. So I think after I graduated university last year, I was like, okay, I had to find myself. I was like, okay, now you have this. You got your training in school. You did all this. You met these people. You did what you wanted to do. Now let's get into it. So then I was like, but I feel like I was investing in myself. But no, I wasn't. I did invest into myself. Okay, let's not knock down what I said. But I was like, okay, now it's time to really actually truly take the steps toward to get to where the next place you want to go. Because I would do a lot of things like when I say watching videos, that's an understatement. I would just do so much procrastination, just so much like, oh yeah, let me watch this. Oh, what's happening? But I would never act on it. And I know that a lot of people do that. A lot of us, we procrastinate. Remember I told you I use us, we, you, me, um, all in the same thing. But a lot of us, we don't actually take action. We just like to watch videos and do and get all this information and hear it 1,000 times. And it feels like we actually are doing it, because I know me when I'm watching videos sometimes, especially self-help, self-growth, anything of that nature, I'm just like, "Ugh, yes, what a productive day." And I'm like, no, that was not a productive day. A productive day is not me just watching videos and not me just, like, did I even take a note? I took mental notes. Boo, name 3 things that they talked about in the video that you stick with and that you're gonna act on. Ooh, clocking myself. Anyways, so that's when I was like, okay, what can we do? And that's when I did a little research, because I was like, okay, I can't just go into things blindly. So I did a little research, and then I found me a headshot photographer. Then I was like, okay, are you willing to make this investment? Because if you're an actor, or if you're not an actor, I'm gonna tell you, but headshots can be expensive. They are oftentimes hundreds of dollars for a picture of your face that you can do on your iPhone for free. But that's the thing. You can't realistically have a career, a realistic, legit career in this industry if you don't look realistic or legit. Okay? So had me having like a cute outside picture or whatever selfie, that wouldn't do. So I was like, okay. And it was really hard for me. I was like, do I feel like paying hundreds of dollars for these pictures? And then when I started getting in content and self-growth, and I was like, wait, switch. Yes, you're investing into yourself. And myself is ultimately, at the end of the day, a business, because the moment you start making money from this, even if you're not making money, but the moment like you start having to do, okay, putting this into that, it becomes a business. So at this point, I was like, wait, I am my brand, I am my business, I am me. Would my business succeed with doing everything for free? Would workers go to work if they weren't getting paid, if it was free? I would say no. I would say no. I would say workers wouldn't even come in if they're getting paid, because there's a lot of call outs. Did you call out? Ooh, did I clock you? No, just lagging for some of y'all. But yeah, I really was like, okay, I had to stop thinking about things of, okay, well, I could maybe do this more. I could maybe learn how to do this. When in reality, learning how to do something, or trying to, like, as far as like making, let's say for me when I do music, me making beats, that means I would spend hours and hours and hours and hours on end doing something that I didn't not necessarily care for. Like if I wanted to make a song, I want to sing on the song. I didn't care to make the beats. But now I was spending all this time on making the beats and less time practicing my vocals, practicing my writing, doing all this, when I could have just initially invested that into my business, bought a beat, bought an instrumental, and then invested all that time into my song. And that's what I had to do with the headshots. I said, okay, yeah, every like casting director and online industry person was saying, do not do these cute little selfies, or these one, 2 cousin sisters, mom has a camera and she can take a picture. No. So that's when I got my headshots, and immediately after that, I started submitting myself for work. And that's crazy. Those are my current headshots to this day. And it's been literally less than like, it hasn't even been 6 months, but I've already done a few projects with those headshots, and my ROI goes crazy. Return on investment, okay? That's ROI. If you didn't know, maybe you know. I don't know. Anyways, but I'm like, wow. And from those jobs that I've done, well, they've already paid more than my headshots would have cost. Well, more than my headshots did cost. So I'm just like, wow, I basically net profited it. Net profited. Is that right? I don't know. But all because I chose I took the step to invest in myself. And now that is why I recently got my first acting classes, because I was like, okay, I think after university that was a lot. I was just like, I need to just take a step like from the classes and try to just do. But then I was like, okay, wait, what about me losing my crafts? Like, because I was in class every week all the time, but then auditions may come maybe once every here every blue moon. I don't know. I do audition every week though, but I needed to take steps into actually pursuing and actually saying, okay, you know what? I'm going to keep training. So that's when I recently invested in myself and got some acting classes. And now I'm excited because now that I know that I'm investing in myself, I know that I'm investing in my future. I know that I'm investing into what's going to happen. And I can just go in things with more ease of, yeah, like I'm putting in the work, I'm doing the effort, and I'm trying to get to where I want to go. And that's when I realized it's I feel like a lot of times with us as people, we like to have these like short easy profit, easy money things where it's like, oh yeah, I could do this for free, or I could do this for a reduced cost, or I could do that. But it also harms you in the long run because, for example, people that don't know anything about cars, but they watch a YouTube video or two. I mean, obviously, not the easy stuff, not like the easy, I don't know, fixing something very small on your car that anybody can do. But for people that are trying to change a whole system that have never worked on cars, but they watch one or two videos and they're like, okay, I'm gonna do it. But then maybe in a week or a few days, it breaks again or falls apart because they took the way out that when they could have just paid an initial higher price for that thing. Let's say they fixed it, the part may have cost $100 and it was $100 and 10 hours of their time. So, okay, cute. But if you went to an actual mechanic that knows exactly about that specific part of your car, it would have probably been maybe $400. But it would have been $400 and that's it. But now it was $100 and 10 hours of your time just for it to break again. So now you actually have to go to another mechanic and pay the actual $400. So that's really $500 and 10 hours of your time, all when you could have just saved $100 and 10 hours of your time just by doing it right the first time. So that's what I've been learning. That's what I've been learning. Invest in yourself, okay? Invest into, and it doesn't always have to be like spending money on it. It's just skills wise. Like if there's something you want to improve at and you've been putting it off and you're like, okay, maybe I want to start doing things like this. That's taking those steps and those necessary actions to do your research and then start doing, because do not get into the rabbit hole of just, oh, research because, oh, I'm finding out things, oh, I'm looking at things. It's like, no, we are not actually being productive. We are just tricking our minds into thinking that we actually are. And it feels good though, just to like sit back and relax and obtain all this information. Like, yeah, but are you really obtaining it? Are you really, or are you in the, okay, I'm watching a couple of videos and then I can actually like go to sleep, or I'm watching a couple of videos and then I can take a shower and go to like, or just go hang out with my friend, versus actually actively doing the thing or actively trying to work towards that thing. It is so much more. And ever since, and also this has came, y'all see how I don't finish thoughts. Also, this has came to me from reading books too, because I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks about, you know, acting industry, personal growth, self-growth, entrepreneurship, business, you know, mindset. Hey. But if you see me, Bridget Midler ate that. If you don't know who Bridget Midler is, she was a main star in a Disney show and now she owns like her own space company. She ate that, okay? Because she said, you know what? I'm going to do the actor thing. I'm going to do the singer thing. Now I want to be an entrepreneur, businesswoman. And she ate that down. That was just a moment of admiration for Bridget Midler, okay? Anyways, but yeah, just investing. And she invested into herself because after Disney, she went to MIT, I think. I think it was MIT. And started going where she wants to go. And also, this life is about putting work, putting energy into things that you want to succeed at, putting energy into places that you want to, places where you want to grow, places where you want to get better at something and improve. Because if we just constantly tell ourselves that we will do that, or that we will go the distance, that we will go certain places without actually acting towards it, we're going to stay in the same place all the time and we're never going to go anywhere. And that's not what we want. We want to go to the next part. We want to succeed. We want to go to the next step. We want to be where we want to be. And I know where I want to be. What am I doing? Anyways, but yeah, that's how I found out I wasn't investing in myself like I thought I was. And maybe you're not investing in yourself like how you think you are. Maybe this could be the thumbnail. No, it's not going to be. But yeah, just that's all I want to talk about. Just a little thought, a new perspective, just sharing a little bit of light, a little bit of my brain, a little bit about what's going on. And I love documenting this so you guys can see, and so I can also see in a few years when if I do watch these videos in a few years, I feel like maybe I watched them like a while back, but me knowing what was in my brain at this time, and this is what's in my brain at this time. So yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you guys like my channel. Watch some of my YouTube shorts because I post singing videos, dance videos, and little clips, skits here and there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Love you guys so much, and bye.